Hello everyone. We were in the last unit. We are in the last unit of auditing, which is in case of report writing. This is very important unit because you have questions for this in terms of 15 marks as well as for 5 marks. So I'll deal this unit in depth. So now here, what do we mean by an audit report? Audit report is the final stage of audit process. We have already dealt in. We have already heard. I was been telling you since the time we started with auditing from the first unit, wherein audit report is the final stage of audit process. Okay, wherein once the auditor checks the books of accounts, once he analyzes the books of accounts, once he has a cross check being done through all the financial statements, he then gives a report onto those financial statements. So that is nothing but that is nothing but an audit report is the final stage. Once he finishes off his audit work, he then gives the report. It's a final stage of audit process. The result of the audit are communicated through audit report. So once the auditing is been done, whatever he has found through his audit work, whatever he feels that it should be communicated to the outsiders, to the other stakeholders, then in that case he will communicate regarding the client through the audit report. The audit report is the written opinion of an auditor regarding company's financial statements. So once he finishes with the audit work, he will give a report which will be a written report. Whatever he feels that if the company is not, for example, if the company is not giving true and fair view of the financial position, then he will write it in his report that he will give his opinion saying that the company is not having true and fair financial statements being maintained, the accounts are not maintained in an accurate manner, and so on. So he will give his opinion regarding the company's financial statements. Audit report is a document prepared by an auditor to certify the financial position and accounting records of a firm. Okay, so it is a document which has been prepared by the auditor. Okay, and that will certify once that financial position of the company is true or fair or not, that will be acknowledged by the auditor. That is, once he finishes the financial statements being audited, and the final stages, he will give an audit report, and this audit report must be certified by the auditor, must be signed by the auditor, saying that whatever he is telling in the about the financial statements is true, or he will be responsible for that audit report. Okay, so that audit report will give the financial position of that particular company, whether it is financially stable or not, whether it is having true and fair view of financial statements or not, or is it having some data been misplaced or anything of that sort. That must be told in the audit. Whatever the auditor feels that regarding the company, it must be told to the other stakeholders, then in that case he will communicate through the audit report. So the audit report will also tell regarding the financial position of the company. He has to provide his opinion on true and fairness of the financial statement. Thus, the auditor protects the interest of the shareholders through the audit report. Now we have seen in the appointment of an auditor. Who appoints the auditor? It is the shareholders, board of directors, and the central government. It depends on how the auditing. If the shareholders don't appoint the auditor, then board of directors have the right to appoint the auditor. This is in case of a private company. We have also seen in terms of a public company, wherein the central government appoints the auditor for the company. Okay, now when the auditor is working when he's been appointed for by the shareholders, it is his duty to protect the interest of the shareholders, because shareholders are investing into the company. And on what basis will the shareholders invest into the company? They will look in for the audit report. They will analyze whether the company is honest enough or not, what is the amount of dividend being given and so on. So shareholders look in for concentrate on the audit report. So as an auditor, he must tell whether the financial statements given by the company are giving true or are true or not. Are they having fairness being made, fairness in preparing those financial statements or not? Okay, so it is basically through the audit report the auditor protects the interest of the shareholders, so that the shareholders don't lose their money what they have invested into the company. So to protect the interest of the shareholders, the auditor must give utmost care while his audit work, and then give a final report of the audit. Now, what are the different features of an audit report? Now, the first one is title of the report. Okay. Second is name of the addressee. Introductory paragraph, scope, opinion, signature, place of signature, date of the report. Now, what features in this? Now, what should be there? Now, all of us know when we write a letter, there is a particular format for writing a particular letter also. Okay, when we write a letter, we take it to we have a particular format. All right, so same way, when an auditor is giving a audit report, there is a particular format. So what is the format? First is it should have the title of the report. Second is it should have the name of the addressee. Third is it should have an introductory paragraph. Fourth, scope. Fifth is the opinion of the auditor. Sixth is the signature of the auditor. Seventh is the place of signature. And next is the date of the report. All right. So coming to the first one, what is the title of the report? What should be in the head of title of the report? The title of the report should help the reader to identify the report. It should disclose the name of the client. Now, for example, you are auditing for, say, ABC company. So the title of the report must have the name of the client, that is ABC company. All right. Second, name of the addressee. The addressee normally refers to the person who appoints the auditor. If a company appoints the auditor, the addressee should be the shareholder. As per law, the complete address of the addressee is required. Addressee for the statutory audit shall be the shareholder, and in case of special audit, it will be the central government. Now, the title, first point is title of the report, wherein you will write the name of the client. Second point is name of the addressee. Name of the addressee refers to the client's address. Understanding? When you write the name of the client, second point will be address of the client. For example, you're writing ABC Company Limited, that will be the name of the title of the report. Second will be the address. Address means where that company is being located. ABC Company, where it is being located. Okay, and who are the which area it is being located, and who appoints that particular ABC Company. When it is appointing the auditor of the company, it means the name of ABC Company must be written. So first point will be title of the company, and the next will be address of the company. Next, introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph should specify that it is the auditor's opinion on financial statements audited by him. Now, in the third point, that is when he writes the report, he has to introduce regarding that particular companies, that is the client financial statements. He has to give his opinion whether, suppose if the company is not maintaining or not giving adequate amount of depreciation, okay, then this will be recorded. He will be mentioning this in the audit report. So in the first part, in the third point, it says that he should introduce, he will tell regarding the, he will give an opinion regarding the financial statements which are being audited by him regarding the client, okay, client's firm. Next, scope. This part should include the matter of fact relating to the manner in which audit examination was made. The audit examination should cover company's profit and loss account, balance sheet and cash flow statements. The examination should be as per the relevant law. Now, here the auditor will tell regarding what are the books that he has examined. Okay, if it is in terms of profit and loss account of the company, or balance sheet, or cash flow, or fund flow, okay, or trading and profit, and whatever account are being checked by the auditor, that must be mentioned in the report, and that he should tell that it has been meant, that is the examination should be made as per the law, as per the relevant law. Next, the main important part of the audit report is the opinion. So the fifth point says, in terms of the auditor's opinion, the auditor's opinion on the books of accounts and financial statements examined by him is based on the information and free from bias. Okay, the auditor has to give his opinion as follows. Now this is very important part of the audit report, that is, as an auditor he has to give the opinion regarding whether the company is having adequate amount of books being maintained or not, whether they are having true and fair view of the financial statements or not. All these things the auditor has to mention into the report. So this is very important point in terms of the report, wherein the auditor gives his opinion regarding the financial statements audited by him, and whatever information he is writing in the report must be free from bias means it should not be influenced. For example, if the auditor is giving an opinion regarding the company because he has a pressure or he has a good relationship with the management, even if the company is not having true and fair financial statements, but he is saying that the company is having company is completely fair enough in providing the financial statements, or if the company is into loss and he, because he has a good relation with the management, he is telling that in the report he is telling that the company is having good amount of profit being made even when it is not making profit. Okay, so that is completely wrong. So when he is giving an opinion, when the auditor is giving an opinion regarding the report, it should be free from bias. It should not be influenced. The report should not be influenced. The opinion should not be influenced. So when the auditor is giving his opinion, it should be in the following way. That is, whether the financial statements are arithmetically correct and correspond to the figures recorded in the books of accounts. It means what? Whatever financial statements are being given by the company are arithmetically correct. They are being checked. Okay, what is there in the books of accounts, the same has been put in the financial statements. So arithmetically also it is being checked. Next, in case of unqualified opinion, whether the financial statements represent a true and fair view of the state of affairs and the result of operations. So if the company, if he is giving a opinion regarding unqualified report, okay, or unqualified opinion, you will get to know what is an unqualified opinion in the few slides. Okay, so whether the financial statements are presenting true and fair view of the business concern or not. That is, he has to give an opinion whether the company is honest enough or not, whether they are having adequate amount of information provided or not. Okay, so he should give a qualified opinion, that is he should give a statement saying whether if the company is true enough or not, fair enough or not in presenting the financial statements. Next, in case of qualified opinion, if the balance sheet and profit and loss account do not present the true and fair view, the reason for what and where is wrong. Okay, now suppose if the auditor, if he is happy with the financial statements, that is if the company is giving true and fair view, then he will give a unqualified opinion. Okay, but if he is not satisfied with the financial statements, what the company is providing, that is he is not happy with the balance sheet and profit and loss account because they are not depicting the true and fair view of the business concern, then in that case he will give a qualified report, and also he will tell what and where the company is going wrong, why the company is not having true and fair view of financial statements being provided. All right, next, the next point says the signature. Now it is very important that the auditor puts his signature, okay, on the audit report, that is he needs to acknowledge that particular audit report. All right, so the signature part should include the manual signature of the auditor. He should personally sign it. Okay, the personal name and signature of the auditor should be given. If the auditor is a firm, the signature in the personal name and firm's name should be given. Now, it's very important that the auditor acknowledge that particular audit report with his signature and name. And we also know that in appointment of an auditor, we have seen that an individual can be appointed as an auditor, or even an audit firm can be appointed as an auditor. Okay, so if an individual is an auditor of the company, then that auditor will put his name and signature and sign that particular audit report. Suppose if it is the audit firm which has been appointed, then in that case even the individual who is signing that particular audit report, that auditor will write his name and also the name of the audit firm which he belongs to, that will also be written, and then also he will also put his signature onto that particular audit report. Next, quite important, that is the place of the signature and the date of the report. Place of the signature is at the location where the audit firm where the auditor firm is being located. All right, so this should include the location of the auditor or the audit firm which is ordinarily their city. Okay, so where is the audit firm or auditor being located? Okay, where is the place where his audit firm is being located, that must also be written in the audit report. Next, the date of the report. The date of completion of the audit work should be mentioned in this section. So here the signature, place and date of the report of the auditor, that is signature of the auditor, place where the audit firm is located or the auditor is been the place where the audit firm is been located, and the date when the audit work has been completed.